Okay, shalom, shalom. Kwam Yasha Koholimla, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachachakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who were well, and that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. And just want to say Tawada to all the H.I.M and Ahwah that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, to the best of their ability. This is Yachanan Nawach. Just coming next with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And Chuck Schumer here. Matter of fact, let me get a little information on him real quick, because he's supposedly, ooh-ish. He's one of those tiny tops. Says Chuck Schumer is Jewish. He was born in Brooklyn to a Jewish family and is widely described as the highest-ranking Jewish elected official in U.S. history. Right, so you got him on the left-hand side, Democratic side. You got him on the right-hand side, Republican side, and they're overall running everything, and they're running this place into the ground. Cause check this out. Now people, these red state Americans are pissed about this kind of shit right here. It says Schumer pushes bill to give pride flag same status as U.S. military flag. That's crazy work. But what can you say? Yeah, and this is to stir up the pot, man. There's no way, because what would be the purpose of him pushing this? There's no reason for him to push it. You already have the people living the sick way that they want to live. They already got more rights than any fucking body else in the country, other than them. Because when you want to place things in line as far as who has more rights here, you have first off the Jewish, which they anything that you say or do against them, even if it's truth-wise, is considered anti-Semitism. They have more laws protecting them than actual American citizens. Then next in line is the LGBTQ people. And then, I would have to go with, white women, white men, so-called white women, so-called white men, because they're all Edomites. This guy, Chuck Schumer, he's a damn Edomite too, That's the biblical nationality for these so-called white people. And then next in line from that, you have the so-called, I guess, black, Hispanic, Native American woman, or, probably before that, the Asian woman, which they just kind of in the backdrop of just moving through life in America. You know what I'm saying? But overall, you got the Jewish, you got the LGBTQ, then you have the regular so-called white man, so-called white woman. And then, of course, but on the bottom of the total pole of the list is so-called black men. We're on the really, seriously, we're the lowest of everything on the planet. The Lord really done a number with us, man. But anyway, this is gonna piss a lot of these people off. And I was going through these comments, and see, it's got when I first seen the article, it had 2,000 comments. Now it's at almost 3,500, and it's gonna be a hot topic in here. This is Fox News. Senator Minority Salakia Leader Chuck Schumer, New York, is making a push to have the pride flag considered on the same level as the U.S. flag in the eyes of federal government. Crazy, bro. Schumer announced. Now, matter of fact, I'm willing to bet you this motherfucker ain't done no. Did he go to the? Let me ask. Did he go to the military? Let me see. Which we don't care, because I think this is beautiful. Really, this is something to laugh at. I'm just gonna put in. Did he serve in the military for him to be doing all this? Let's see. No, Chuck Schumer has not served in the U.S. military. But you want the LGBTQ flag to be on the same level as the U.S. military flag, so to speak. And this place is crazy, bro. Now this is gonna send these Edomites ready to go, man. This right here is just gonna cause more and more division. Because we can get some of the comments, but let me just get that scripture real quick. Here you go. You got us, and it's not surprising because they hold that I think I'm thinking it probably still is. It was the biggest so-called gay parade in the world is in Tel Aviv over in Israel, man. So these people are not the righteous people that they're claiming to be. And more is coming out on them calling themselves who they call themselves. And it's just they're doing wickedness throughout the planet, man. What's the purpose of putting Jewish on the first part of your name or claiming to be Jewish when you participate in this kind of, you know, you might as well just be Chuck Schumer. You know what I'm saying? I'm secular. You know, no, I'm not Jewish. But matter of fact, you should just denounce the whole Jewish part. Anyway, let's get Matthew 12:25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. So this place is unraveling. It's unraveling, man. It's super divisive. What do you think is going to come of this? As a matter of fact, you know, the elder Malcolm of GMS Chicago, the beloved elder, he been going off into, you know, the Christians against Judaism. Christians against Judaism, religion, you know, like how they've been having these back and forth spats. Because you have these Christian nationalists here in America, these so-called white men in America and women, they're starting to have pushback against these Israelis, man. They're not, this new generation is not believing that these are the people of the Bible. They're right to believe so. They're starting to see that their country is being ran over by them. They're starting to see that their country has been pretty much, it's been taken. Don't think that, see, these red state Edomites, they ready to rock. They ready to go. A lot of podcasts, Edomites are talking shit. So it's really ready to blow, man. Verse 26. And if Satan casts out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? So if these Edomites, which are the physical counterpart of Satan, if they're divided against each other, how is it that their kingdom is going to stand? This place is falling, man. And not just on an American level, but Esau, Edom, there's infighting amongst all of them throughout the entire globe. That's every European, that's EU, NATO, they're all divided up and they're scrapping. And it's a beautiful thing, man. But let's go back into this, because you know this pissing these people off. And then at the same time, too, you got that new Muslim mayor out there. Oh, man, these fucking Edomites are losing it. They are fucking losing their minds, man, right now. They pulling their hair out and ready to fucking scrap, bro. And it's only a matter of time. Let's go back into this article, though. Crazy work, bro, because there's no reason for him to want to do this. Okay, but it says, Schumer announced plans to introduce legislation that would make the flag a symbol of the LGBTQ movement, a congressionally authorized flag. Here you go, you niggas, you so-called blacks, been getting your ass whipped in this place for 500 years. They won't give you a flag. They mad when you singing the black national anthem. They won't give you a fucking flag. Matter of fact, down in Florida, they just unveiled a James Monroe statue down there in Florida. I was looking at that on Fox, like, just through, bro. But here you go. You been getting stomped out, ass whipped, lowest of the totem pole. Then these LGBTQ people, they march with you. Oh, you should march with us. Believe it, because you should know what it's like, because you've been oppressed. And these motherfuckers then came up and they got more rights than you would ever have. And they fighting for these people to have a damn flag on this level when you, Jake, don't have nothing in this place, man. But continual oppression. Anyway, crazy, bro. This shit is crazy. I love it, though. I ain't gonna hardly front. I love it. Let me get another scripture, Salah. You know, because this is, let me see here. Let's do this. Ecclesiastes 25:7. Because this is the fall of our enemy, man. When you see shit like this. And you should be continually praying for the downfall of this place. There shouldn't be a day that go by that you should be throwing up a sincere prayer to the Lord that the enemies, our enemies, fall into the trap which they have set for us, man. Ecclesiastes 25:7. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy. And the 10th I will utter with my tongue, a man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. Because you can't even enjoy no children here no more. Why? Because the freaks come out at night and in the day now. You got Republicans on the right hand side with the pedophiles, the Jeffrey Epstein files, all these fucking Edomites on that side, weirdos and nasty men, nasty women. Then on your Democratic side, it's no difference because you got a bunch of them in them fucking files too. So a bunch of nasty people, man, running the planet. Anyway, let's go back. Yeah, this is man. This is gonna cause so much shit, bro. Because he says he announced plans to introduce legislation with all this shit going on. You got all these problems going on, and this is what you focused on. All this shit going on in America, and this is what you focused on. You focused on a flag for these motherfuckers to be freaky. Crazy, bro. Schumer announced plans to introduce legislation that will make the flag a symbol of the LGBTQ movement, a congressionally authorized flag. The distinction would enshrine the flag with similar protections as the U.S. flag, military flags, POW and missing, because POW is prisoners of war flags. If you see them black and white ones, the missing in action flags. These people about to go fucking nuts, bro. And other recognized by Congress. What the fuck does a nigga on nigga, a man on man, and a woman on woman carpet munching and sword fighting has to do with patriotism, or so to speak? And I'm not, I'm not bigging up America. I'm glad this shit is happening because it should. And you know why it's happening? Because the wicked are in authority, man. Matter of fact, let me get that. This is beautiful. You ask me. Because it's going to rile these Edomites up, and it's going to take this shit to another level. And it's time, man. These people are ready to civil war it out. Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And the wicked are Republicans, Democrats, progressive, conservative, liberals, you name it, all that shit, independent, all that shit is wicked. It's a wicked rigged government, man, by these wicked ass Edomites. And it's both horns, it's both sides of the aisle. Okay, it says his move comes after Trump administration removed the pride flag. And see, it's all this this tit for tat back and forth bullshit with grown ass men. Trump does the same shit. He's pissed with you about something, he retaliates. What's with this is grown. These are grown men, old ass men. All these fucking problems going on in the world, and you motherfuckers is fighting back and forth over a pride flag, bro. Crazy work. His move comes after the Trump administration moved the pride flag from a national monument outside the Stonewall Inn in earlier this month. Well, why was you fighting about all the shit he been doing about removing from these so-called black museums and stuff? We didn't see you acting like this when they removed all the black so-called black monuments or whatever from in front of what was that, George Washington's whatever the fuck it was. Where was you at when they when they was doing all this stuff against so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans? Nope. But here you go, rise and shine. You fighting tooth and nail over a pride flag, man. With all this shit going on out here, it's crazy, man. Okay, it says a clash between police and let me see. A clash between police and patrons at a gay bar in 1960. See, it's crazy. It's widely considered the birth of the gay rights movement. But motherfuckers ain't. Who are you? Are you gay? Let me see. Maybe he is. Maybe I didn't know. Maybe he is. Let me see. Let me just put in, is he gay? Because you're going real hard about this, buddy. What the fuck this got to do with some shit from the 1960s? Chuck Schumer is not gay. He is a straight man who has been married to his wife. That shit don't mean nothing. He has 2 daughters. That shit don't mean nothing. A bunch of these fucking Edomites, and especially these small tops go both ways. So that shit don't mean shit. I'm just thinking like, okay, are you openly? Because the way you going about this shit right here from some shit from the 1960s, this shit is crazy, bro. Stonewall is sacred ground, and Congress must act now to permanently protect the pride flag and what it stands for. Truth, Schumer said, Trump's hateful crusade must end. Yeah, well, man, look, bro, come on, bro. Out of all the shit you could be fighting for, you fighting for the gay people? Crazy, bro. But that let you know too. See, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you're gonna learn that you're nothing when it comes to the bullshit. Because they'll fight for the bullshit before they'll actually really fight. They're stepping upon your shoulders from the rights that you supposedly had gotten through civil rights and moving with all this shit. But then in the meanwhile, you still stuck in the same place. Everybody else done moved along. The flag has since been reinstalled atop the pole outside Stonewall, and Schumer's legislation push will prevent it from being taken down in the future. Crazy as hell. President Donald Trump has not explicitly targeted the pride flag, but previously signed an executive order restricting the types of flags may be displayed on federal property to ensure only the U.S. flag is prominently flown. Now that's another thing too, because here you go, you got the Make America Great Again Bibles. Remember that? He was selling those Bibles, you know, had his spiritual advisor, Paula White, you know, and all these so-called black people behind him, praying in tongues, that wicked, demonic ass language over this guy. The Christian nationalist, Christian this, Christian that, Christian this, Christian that. Now, the immigrants that you chasing out of the country or you running down, those are real Christians, or from the aspect that you believe a Christian is. You ain't gonna get no more Christian than Issachar. You ain't gonna get more Christian than these Venezuelans, the Northern Kingdom. You ain't gonna get no more Christian than that. Northern Kingdom have a whole goddamn shrine in their fucking house, man. Really super duper believe in sweet white baby Jesus. Here you go. You supposedly be these Christians, but you ain't ran down one LGBTQ person yet. They're American. They can stay. They can slob on each other. They can do what they want to do. You're not coming after any of them. But the very people that actually believe in this white Jesus that you pushed on them more than you actually do, you're coming for their necks. Taking the kids. You all at the schools. You know. You all at Home Depot. You all at Walmart. You all at Target. Wherever you think that they might pop up at, you're there. Breaking in doors. But when it comes to these people able to get down the way that they get down, you don't have no problems with. Right? And this supposedly be a Christian country. And that's why the Lord, let's get this right here. Because you're a bunch of fucking hypocrites, bro. And that's the reason why we're glad to see this place fall. I'm happy to see stuff like this. This is beautiful. I pray that the Civil War go ahead and jumps off from this shit. Because these Edomites mad about this. Job 20:5. That the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Because these are some very hypocritical people. And their time is coming. Matter of fact, that's that 2 Ezra 6:9. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. This place is falling. When you have a so-called, and just think of it. You got a so-called Jewish man, and we say so-called because he's not really from the tribe of Judah. He couldn't tell you what tribe he's from. You know what I'm saying? All he can tell you is Jewish. That's what they all say. You ain't gonna never hear him talking about no tribes. You ain't gonna never hear him saying that they're actually Hebrew or they're actually Israelites, which they are Hebrew, but they're not Israelites. They're Hebrew Edomites. But you got this guy and the rest of these Christian nationalists banging heads back and forth against each other, basically. But these are the people that are in power, bro, and making the legislative rules and shit like that for the people, man. And they're wicked as hell. Anyway, kind of lost my thought on that one, but let's get this one back again. Verse 5. Job 20:5. that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, because that's where they at right now. They up there. They they got that. That they they're stout. They're prideful as hell. It says, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. And we can't wait, bro. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place anymore behold him. And we can't fucking wait till you fucking wicked ass Edomites get what's coming to you, man. And we're starting to see the shit pop, man. Matter of fact, though, and I'm gonna end out there, but let's check out a couple of these comments to see, just show you how pissed these Edomites are, because they pissed about this. They tight. Somebody says that is too much. Yeah, it is, huh? Somebody says yes, because I fought for the American flag, not the gay pride flag. It says if the pride flag gets that place, then the Christian flag should get the same status. Well, see, that's the thing. They not concerned about no Christian flag. They're not concerned about no Christian nothing. They're not concerned about the things that's really, really what it is. The things that really matter. They're about full-fledged wickedness, man. They fight for wickedness. It says the lunacy is strong with that party. Somebody says yes, it is. Somebody says I agree. He's nuts, and anyone else who agrees with him says that won't pass, and he should not, and he should know that. Well, you got them running the show. It will pass. Somebody says total BS. It will never pass. Yeah, you think that you want to, because this is not you America's country no more. This is Israel's country. This is the United States of Israel. And Schumer, there's a huge difference between military flags and gender flags. What's next? Religion, biology, status, levels of education, sports leagues. Well, hey, this is you Edomites are confused like that. Liberalism is a mental disorder. Somebody says you may not like him, but Malcolm X tried to warn us about liberals as far back as the 60s. Yeah. Somebody says, bro, your party. Your party is full of fat, blue-haired people who rely on DoorDash to feed them. Crazy, man. Yeah. Says, what a tool. He's the poster child for term limits. Yeah, they don't have no term limits for these weirdos, man. These people get to come. They get them spots in office, man, which is crazy, and they there until they die. Motherfuckers is literally in there with literal dementia, like they know dementia, and they'll have little aides and shit. Got them by the arm and helping them on their canes and walkers and shit like that, knowing full well this motherfucker can't even think. He can't even raise a spoon to his mouth to feed himself no more, and they'll let these people ride out forever, man. Term limits. Ain't no, it's just doofy, bro. But hey, what can you say, man? Esau shoots himself in the foot every single time. And all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. I say continue praying, man. I repeat, there should be a day that you get up and you're not praying for the downfall of Esau Edom's kingdom, man. And the apostles and elders said that last year or so. And ever since he said that, it wasn't like a super decree, but it was like a decree to a certain extent, like pray for the downfall of Esau Edom's kingdom, our enemies, man. And since we've been doing that, it's been downhill. This bitch been spiraling, bro. So continue on doing it, man, because it's working, man. Prayers of the righteous man availeth much, and this is the Lord's will. The Lord wants this place. He's creating the atmosphere for this place to fall, man. So with that, pray that the lesson was edifying. From Yasha Allah and a Bible ball.